Hey y'all, welcome to Crafts with Saf. That's the name that I came up with for these little projects that I do, and let me know how y'all like it. So I'm gonna be showing y'all how I made this big old fat bunny with a big old fat butt, and I love it so much. So everything that I got was from Walmart. I got this fabric from Walmart, and I'm just cutting out 4 big semicircles for the body and 1 big circle for the bottom. I'm pretty much just following this pattern for these cute little mini mochis, but just adding my own little arms and feet and ears and a little tail. I'm cutting out 1 big circle for the tail, 4 little circles for the hands, and 4 paw-shaped pieces for the little feet. Also, when you're using scraps of fabric and you're doubling or tripling up the layers and cutting them, make sure they're whole pieces or else something like this will happen. So next I'm just pinning the sides together, getting ready to sew them, and I'm just showing y'all how it looks. I sew that up and then I pin on the bottom. But when I sew on the bottom, I make sure to leave part of it open so that I can stuff it later. The only problem with using fluffy fabric is that fur gets everywhere. There's fur forever. 9 seasons, Morty. 9 seasons, fur forever. So here I accidentally sewed the hole too small, but it still worked out. So I'm just turning it right side in and getting ready to stuff it with this big old sack of polyfill. So here is where you start to actually form the shape of the body, and I was really excited about that. And speaking of random excitement, I was stuffing it and I found this stick. Polyfill stuffing tool. I bet it's just a chopstick. What do you know? It's a chopstick. It's literally just a chopstick. So around here is where I realized that I sewed on the bottom a little oblong and it turned it into a bread loaf instead of a dumpling like I wanted. It looks awful. Oh god. How did it come out an oval? I don't that's not the shape that I imagined. It wasn't supposed to be a bread loaf. Okay, how can we work with this? Oh my god, it's got a big fat butt and just a wide face. Okay, I see the potential. I'm just gonna keep stuffing. Okay, after punching it a bunch of times, I eventually got this shape and I like it a lot. It's a big old dongo and I'm gonna make it into a big old bunny dongo and I'm excited. So right here, I'm done stuffing and I'm just sewing it closed with an invisible stitch, which is just a back and forth zigzag stitch that seals everything together. So the way that I made the ears, I just have 2 pieces of pink fabric and 2 layers of fluffy fabric, and I just sewed everything together, leaving the bottom open. And if I were to change anything, I would just make the ears a little bit wider just because they turned out a little bit skinnier than I wanted, but they still turned out okay. After that, I just turned everything inside out, and that's how I made the ears. So apparently I don't know how to make feet. They're pretty uneven, but you know, it's my first time, so it'll do. Got the feet, I got the hands, and I got the ears, and I already sewed on the butt. Look at the chin. Damn! Goddamn! Bunny got hers. So here I'm just sewing on the hands and the feet and the ears, and honestly I don't feel like I did it right, but like everything else in this project that I don't feel like I did right, it all still turned out okay. So here's my first attempt at a face, and as you can see, it didn't really turn out okay. The eyes kept falling apart, and I don't even know what's wrong with the nose. But I kept trying and practicing, and this is how it looks when I finished it. It's so soft and fluffy, and the butt looks like that one angry panda meme. And did I mention I love this thing so much? But yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed watching the process of me making this fluffy little bunny, or fluffy big bunny. And like always, I hope y'all have an amazing day, and bye!